The film opens not with a bang, but with a quiet struggle. Colonel James Rhodey Rhodes is a man adrift. Months after being rescued from the Skrulls in Secret Invasion, he is dealing with severe trauma. He has lost years of his life. His high-ranking position in the U.S. government is gone, and the public views him with suspicion. He is undergoing physical therapy to regain control of his own body, and the War Machine armor, his longtime companion, now feels like a cold, empty shell that belongs to a life he no longer recognizes. The inciting incident happens in Madripoor. A high-stakes arms deal between criminal syndicates goes wrong, erupting into a firefight. But these aren't just guns. The criminals are using advanced repulsor cannons and wearing lightweight modular armor based on stolen Stark Industries blueprints. The battle is broadcast across the globe. News pundits don't blame the criminals. They blame the ghost of Tony Stark. They call his legacy a global threat, an arsenal waiting to be unleashed. And they point the finger at Rhodey, the man who was supposed to be safeguarding it all while he was secretly a Skrull imposter. Haunted by guilt and a burning need to protect his best friend's legacy, Rhodey decides he has to act. The government, led by the increasingly authoritarian President Ross, orders him to stand down. They want to confiscate all remaining Stark tech, including the War Machine suit, for their own programs. Defying a direct order, Rhodey goes rogue. He powers up the War Machine armor, but this time, it's not for his country. It's personal. His first stop is MIT, where he seeks out the only person he can trust with this kind of technology, Riri Williams. The young genius is initially wary of Rhodey, seeing him as part of the system. But when Rhodey shows her how her own Ironheart designs are being corrupted and sold on the black market, she agrees to help him trace the source. Their investigation reveals a terrifying reality. This isn't just one leak. It's a flood. Dozens of corporations, rogue nations, and terrorist cells have a piece of Stark tech. This is a new global arms race. And at the center of it all, pulling the strings, is the charismatic and vengeful Justin Hammer. Freed from Seagate prison, Hammer has reinvented himself. He is the mastermind behind the black market, buying, stealing, and reverse engineering Stark's work. He's not just selling weapons, he's selling power. His ultimate creation is a powerful, heavily armed suit of his own design called Detroit Steel, which he plans to sell to the highest bidder. Rhodey, with Riri as his woman in the chair, crashes Hammer's lavish arms auction on a private island. He battles multiple buyers in their own custom-built, Stark-inspired armors. It's a chaotic, brutal fight. War Machine is older tech, but Rhodey's decades of combat experience give him the edge. He manages to win the battle, but Hammer escapes in his Detroit Steel armor, taunting Rhodey that it's too late. The world is already armed. The final act is a massive confrontation at Hammer's automated manufacturing plant. It's Rhodey against an army of drones and Hammer in his superior suit. The fight is a brutal, punishing brawl of metal on metal. Rhodey is outgunned and his suit is taking critical damage. But Rhodey's greatest weapon isn't his armor. It's his mind as a soldier and Tony's friend. Coordinated by Riri, he starts using Hammer's own factory against him, triggering assembly line malfunctions and turning Hammer's drone army on itself. He finally defeats Hammer not by overpowering him, but by outsmarting him, using a targeted EMP blast that Riri helps him weaponize at the last second. In the end, Rhodey doesn't just destroy the factory, he secures it. He shows the world that Stark technology in the wrong hands is a catastrophe, but under the right stewardship, it can be a shield. He reclaims his purpose, not as a soldier following orders, but as the sole protector of his friend's dangerous legacy. The film ends with Rhodey and Riri forming a new partnership, dedicated to hunting down every last piece of stolen armor, officially beginning the true armor wars.